Open the agenda, find the link to the Zoom. Click on it to connect to the room. We sit and wait for the meeting to begin, and the names TJ starts calling. They ask us what we wanna comment on. We say general or multiple agenda item. Then we continue to wait for them to start up, and finally we are now recording pops up. The president talks and it's blah blah blah, but he mentions public comment. The time is now. They call on us to speak and we all slay. Everyone's so good with what they say. Sometimes it feels never ending, it's been so long, but to this day we're all so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so freaking strong, y'all.
What's up, everybody? We got about 19 minutes before this meeting starts. I haven't even seen if the Zoom is open yet. Logging in on my tablet right now to check that out. Just a reminder, the stream is going to be basically audio only. If you would like to improve the stream, if you would like to have a better experience and be able to watch like the video as the meeting's going, help me get a computer and I can make that possible. I have other stuff going on in my life that are a bigger priority than me getting a computer at this point, but if someone is able to help out, I will definitely be able to do much better streams. But if you're struggling, I'm not asking you, if you're struggling, give me the last of your money to get me a computer. I don't care about the computer like that, but just a reminder that it's going to be audio only. Let's see. I hate the stupid Mona, you know what I'm talking about when I say the referral link thing on that StreamYard, like how they changed it. I hate where they put the link on there now. Or it might be different if you do it on the computer, but when you do it on the phone, it blocks the very last comment in the chat. So, like, for instance, I can see that Amy said something about, I will be signing, and then I got to wait for the next person to type in the chat before I can see what the rest of her comment is. I really hate that StreamYard did it. I think that they did that so that you would, like purchase the pay version of it. Okay, in soon. Okay, now I can see it. Thank you. But yeah, like StreamYard's bogue for that. Like, I don't know why they had to even change it at all. And I thought that if you like share your link, maybe it'll give you like a grace period where it doesn't show that, it like disappears for like an hour until you like plug the link again. But I don't know. If I was just starting out and trying StreamYard for the first time, I don't know if I would want to continue with it after seeing the share your referral link. Luckily for them that I, started using it before. But let's see. Oh, so before the meeting starts and everything, I wanted to mention something that I heard from my friend. My friend has nothing to do with the movement, has nothing to do with like she knows nothing about the situation. And I was having her listen to the previous meetings and everything. And she seemed to think that there were too many foreign words in a lot of the comments, and she did not have any clue what a lot of them were about. She was telling me like she doesn't know what safe pointing is, and I forget what the other one was, but I think that I'm gonna take more time to make sure the words I use, if someone has no idea about the situation, they can still understand it. I think we've gotten in this habit of talking about it so long that the jargon just comes super easy to us. And, some of the words, like safe pointing is a very good word for what we're using it for, but a lot of people don't know what that is. Yeah, fair game. That was another one. She had no idea what fair game was. And, like suppressive person, that's easier. I could feel like I could figure that out on my own without knowing stuff. But I don't know. I'm gonna take some effort to try to think about doing the comment as if you're talking to someone that has never heard it before and has no idea what we're talking about. She also didn't know the whole backstory about L. Ron Hubbard Way and the planters and all that stuff. So, like summing it up each time instead of just going off of what was said before, like they know, that might make a difference. Okay. So let's see. I think that I saw that MD was on his way, or I don't know where he was, but I know that he was going to do the meeting. I don't know if he was going to call, but um yeah, I also heard some people would not be able to make it this time to call in today, but I feel like this is a very important public works meeting. Monday was canceled, and this is the first meeting since Easter where they blocked audit from walking down a public sidewalk, and the permit said vehicles only were the only things that they could stop from going on the road. They couldn't stop pedestrians on the street. So, um, yeah, like I totally get that, Amy, and it's super hard. So I feel like that's something that I'm personally going to have to, for my comments, I'm going to have to brainstorm and give myself more preparation to try to not take more time, but just to switch the way that it's said. But it's so much easier to say, you know, they're fair gaming instead of they're doing this, and this, like, so I get it. But yeah, today's a very important meeting and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Definitely good to talk about the permits today. I'm logging on to Zoom. I just realized I should probably plug my tablet in. Don't want that dying in the middle. And it looks like maybe my data is gone for the month. I might have to put Wi-Fi on. Uh, Okay, so I'm logged in and I'm looking at, I don't see a single person with the view that I have. Oh, nope, I do see someone. I almost said in the first pew, but I don't think it's called a pew because it's not church. But there are some people there. I don't see any commissioners on my screen yet. Um, yeah, see, like you get a different view, Mona, than I do. Like for some reason you get a wider view, maybe because it's computer, but on my tablet, mine's very cut off. I literally just see a sliver of white from someone's sleeve. Oh, and I do see someone, they were blending in. Okay, there's more people there. But
Morning to our attendees who are joining us here in the virtual platform. Good morning as well to our representatives and our attendees here in the hearing room. If you wish to offer public comment, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on and record your information for the record, and I'll find you when we get to your item. Good morning to our attendees on the virtual platform. I see one hand raised. If there are other attendees who wish to offer public comment or commentary on any of our items, please raise your hand and I'll go through and report that you would like to speak on. And then we will
hold on.
call on you when we get to your, just give me 1 minute.
Trying to improve the audio. Hold on. Let's see. Of course, I couldn't get it set up while he was still talking to get sort of like a mic check. But I do have my tablet turned all the way up. Can't turn it up anymore. What's up, everyone? Just coming in. We're on the Zoom call waiting. Got about 10 minutes for the meeting. And Commissioner Grant is there early as usual. Very respectable and honorable of him to take his job so serious and be there early every single time. I really, really respect the fact that he's always there early. Like that, I wish that we could write, I don't know, can we write commendations? Like for that purpose only. I think that he would deserve some type of commendation because he's always early. Him and the judge, or what do I call it? The Honorable Judge Commissioner Mitchell. Got to get all her titles in there. Because I feel like if you're always a commissioner after you are retired or whatever, then you should always be a judge. So since she's not a judge, I still have to put the judge in there because she once was a judge. I don't know, but I respect both of them for being there early all the time. I respect the fact that the silent commissioner that we barely hear from, he's been getting there on time more. And, you know, that's awesome.
Good morning, Audit LA. Which item would you like to speak? Ms. Martins?
Good morning, Mr. Knight. I wish to speak on public comment and all comments, but I mean, all items, but I want to let you know I am on my way in. So if I do reach there in time, I would like to speak in public. Otherwise, I will continue to speak on Zoom.
So have you done public comment and all items?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. And I'll move next to
Let me know if the audio's good.
Mona M. Good morning, Mona.
Morning, TJ. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I have public comment, please.
Very well. Have you done for public comment? I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. Good morning, Jill.
Public comment.
Very well. Have you done for public comment? I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. Miriam? Good morning, Miriam. I don't see you unmuting. We'll move next to Gigi. Good morning, Gigi.
Good morning, TJ. I'd like general public comment, please.
Very well. Have you done public comment? I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand.
Okay, good. And it says the
I'll try again
co-host
for
is
Miriam.
muted.
And if there's any other members of the public who wish to offer public comment, please raise your hand at this time.
So Miriam, if you're here, they can't hear you. They tried to unmute you.
I see that you're unmuted. Hi, Miriam. You see that you've unmuted. However, I'm not receiving any audio input from you this morning. If you want to make sure that you are unmuted and that you're speaking loudly and clearly into your device. The other option that you have would be to disconnect and rejoin using the device that you're on or a different device. And good morning to our any members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our agendized items. If you have not already done so, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on and hand it to me, and we'll call upon you when we reach your item. The time is 9:55. We should get started in the next 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Just a reminder, sometimes they forget to mute, so always make sure that you're muted. TJ's pretty good at it, but still sometimes they forget. About 5 minutes. Let's see, we have Audit, Mona, Jill, me, possibly Mariel. So there's room for people. That's my default for her now is Muriel. If anyone would like to let MD know that time's running out, and maybe, if he was gonna Zoom, now would be that time. There's like 3 minutes. I don't know if he's live still. But I didn't hear him get to sign up yet. And yet Audit said she was almost there, but she called in just to be safe. Maybe that's an idea for him. But then I don't know if he could stream too. Again, I'm sorry for the
Good
cough.
morning, ma'am. Your trying to establish an action. We should be receiving a asking you to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good. So general public comment, thank you.
Very well. I have you down for public comment. I'm glad we were able to establish your audio input this morning. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand if there's any other members of the public joining us in the hearing room. You've not already filled out a speaker card and you wish to offer public comment or commentary on any of our items, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Okay, which item you'd like to speak on.
But you can still do a
And
speaker card
we'll
when
call upon you when we reach your item.
Back and then
And good morning to
quietly
our
go turn it
attendees
on.
joining us on the virtual platform as well.
But they're about to start.
Currently, I have Audit LA, Jill, Miriam, and Gigi who have indicated they wish to offer commentary on our items this morning. If there's anyone else who have not already called, please raise your hand at this time. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on. I will record your information for the record and call upon you when we reach your item. It is 9:59. We should get started in the next 2 minutes with the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, since we have 2 minutes, just a reminder to those that are watching the stream and calling in as well. Make sure when you're done calling that you are muted, because they do not mute. I mean, they do, but not every single time. Sometimes they forget to. So always make sure that it says that you're muted. Okay. Okay, and I see Matt, and he's turning in his card. So good, he got there in time. And this angle I have, I can't see who's all there, but yes, all the commissioners are there now. So yeah, what I do sometimes when someone's there is I'll watch their visual of the person that's there, and then whoever's streaming like the Zoom, I'll listen to their audio. So feel free, go over there, watch MD. If Audit gets there, well, when she gets there, go watch the visual, whatever. But I feel Zooms are really good when you have the Zoom call, and you're not depending on their speakers and microphones in that room. It's bad audio. Okay, well, any moment it will begin. But I think I just messed up. Hold up. I don't know what happened. Okay. I have no clue what that was. But should be any moment now. Um, I have no clue what's going on, but I see Corson and TJ talking, discussing something. And they're still talking.
Recording in progress.
President Corson, we are now in record mode.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Welcome everyone to the Board of Public Works meeting for Wednesday, April 23rd. Mr. Knight, if you'd like to take roll call and establish quorum for us, please.
Good morning, President Corson, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Kang, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. We are joined by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. President Corson, we have two speaker cards in the hearing room under public comment, and one multiple agenda item commenter in the room. We also have 5 public commenters and 1 multiple item agenda commenter on the Zoom platform. This morning we have no neighborhood council commentary.
All right, let's get started with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and we've provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. The board may not take any action discussed during the public comment period. We will start first with MD Media. You will have 1 minute.
If anyone has a stopwatch, you should time these public comments.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My general comment, I'd just like to thank you guys for listening. I've been complaining about the flags out in front of City Hall. We replaced them. I was happy to see that this morning. Thank you guys very much. That means a lot. Thank you.
All right, we'll go next to WS Puppet Developer.
First of all, stupid people.
Okay, I'm gonna just
Stupid people
mute this.
have
I'm not
to
having this on
realize
my
that
stream.
I cannot access.
He says some good stuff, but I'm gonna just talk over him because I I hate the words that he's saying. He's wearing a swastika on his hoodie right now. Like, I don't know. Uh, he's doing sort of okay. Mm.
2 seconds.
Okay. Do you know what? My apologies. He did really good. He switched in different words. That was one of his better ones.
Is that better? I'm here to tell you what happened to me on Easter Sunday, when Scientology, who believes that Jesus is a figment of our imagination implanted in our brains by aliens, held their Easter event for hundreds of small children. They blocked the fire lane, okay, and not like where the chief said, "Oh, I could, kind of zigzag through." No, complete blockage, blocking hundreds of children in from having any fire access. They had a cruelty to animals. They had little bunnies in the sun, and then they did prior restraint and viewpoint restraint for me too, because they closed the sidewalk against the law. We know they're not allowed to do that, and they would not let me through. I had to have the police come to tell them about their own permit. Said, no, you have to let her through. And I asked them to escort me for my safety. They did, even though they still would not allow me to go to the event. But and then as soon as the police left and I left, they would not let other people that they're discriminating against through.
60 seconds.
Please do something.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Knight. I believe that's the end of our in-person general public comment. We'll switch to the virtual platform.
Very well. We'll start with Mona. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Knight. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm here to request a public hearing on the repeated permit violations by Scientology, including what happened on April 20th on L. Ron Hubbard Way. Armed guards illegally blocked public sidewalks, targeted individuals based on viewpoint, and violated the terms of their street closure permit again. This commission has the authority and responsibility to hold a hearing, investigate these violations, and determine whether this organization should continue to receive special events permits. The public deserves transparency, accountability, and protection from that abuse. I'm formally requesting that this matter be placed on the agenda for public comment and review. And with that, I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Jill.
I'm going to have to reiterate and go along the same thread the previous two speakers said. You really need to rescind permits to the cult of Scientology. They are not abiding by them. You need to send someone to do an audit of every event they have if you're going to continue to give them permits. At this point, I would not be granting them any permits. Forget the street vacation and forget all of the permits because they don't follow them, and get rid of those armed guards that are violating the laws and everybody else's rights. Bye.
We'll move next to Miriam. Miriam, you should be receiving them. Go ahead.
Good. I'm here to strongly oppose the street vacation of L. Ron Hubbard Way. Street vacation would allow the cult of Scientology to further hide what is happening behind closed doors of the Blue Building. Yesterday morning, an activist documented an incident on film where an ambulance arrived at the building and provided emergency treatment on site to an elderly Sea Organization member who appeared to be in very weak condition. These kind of situations prove the abuse and neglect within the organization. If this street is closed, the public will no longer be able to witness or document such incidents. We can't hand over a public street to an organization that has a long history of multiple types of crime and abuse. Please react before more lives are lost. Thank you.
And we'll move next to Gigi.
Okay, so with the planters that we had complained about, that took a very long time. But I understand that because the logistics involved trying to figure out how to remove they're not even planters, they were like shipping crates with concrete and a little bit of dirt in them that they littered on the public easement. But I get there were a lot of things that took a lot of time to deal with the planters. This situation with the permits does not take that much effort at all. You guys can just simply stop them from getting permits. Put them on some type of probation with the permits to where they have to, get it inspected or whatever, which they'll probably do, until they're done, whatever. But they should not be doing what they did last year. And you should stop it before it starts again. It already started a little bit, but it's going to keep happening repeatedly. They're blocking access to the public sidewalk when it says only vehicles are prohibited. They have AstroTurf all on the road, no fire lane. What if that caught on fire? How could the fire truck get in there? There's so many issues.
President Corson, that concludes public commentary this morning.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Knight. With that, we'll close the general public comment section for today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda items public comment. The board will also provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item. And we will start with WS Goat Puppet Developer.
Okay. He was doing good earlier.
Yep. Here we go again.
I'll give him a
Look at
chance.
CD.
Speaker, which item are you speaking on? Just to clarify.
I'm on CDA. Come on, Mr. Drake. I thought you were smart. I thought you knew everything. CD8, item number 8. Get it? 8 and 8. Get your act together. You interrupted me. What the fuck? Now you know where I'm at, right? Item 8. 7, 8, 9. Otra vez. 7, 8, 9. So end of consent item bullshit there. See? Now you see. Wear your mask. Now going back to this shit about Scientology. Scientology needs to get their shit off the sidewalk and streets. It's not their sidewalk or streets. We, the people of California, pay our taxes. We pay our tags for our vehicles. And we want our sidewalks and streets back. No one has the authority to mandate that those sidewalks belong to Scientology. And fuck Robert Hubbard, like the Pope who's in hell now. See, this is all happening because I am a servant of a God who destroys evil people for evil things, for evil, stupid things, that you don't run the business for the people as you should. Because you're too busy stealing from the budget. Too busy with that dumb mayor, the first black woman, who hasn't done shit right since she's been in office, but create problems. So I want our sidewalk and streets back. I want you to fix First Street and Spring Street to show the world that you can do your goddamn jobs. There's a safety concern there. It's immediate attention to that corner there. You got a federal building there, and these fucking judges don't even call LA to complain. That's bullshit. The same bullshit the budget's about. It's stupid. The mayor is stupid. Your public work department are stupid. The workers are hardworking and have to listen to stupid actions by stupid people.
I commend him. He took
Thank
care
you.
of the language.
Mr. Knight, we'll go next to Audit LA.
Morning again. I'm going to start with one. Okay, I'm glad. I'm really happy that you're doing Magnolia and Woodman. The sewers do need help. Valley, it's like the red-headed stepchild. They seem to get neglected a lot. And $24 million is, you know, I guess that's probably what it costs. But how much I would love to see that 24 million also be allocated for the streets and sidewalk repair. I see further down that you do have a sidewalk repair that you're putting 2 million in. And it does feel like I can't tell you how many chairs, like even this rental's already, you know, like busting up, just trying to navigate one day of the city streets. And they already had to come and they're going to have to exchange it. Because I had to run it like a Flintstone because it's just already wobbly. My chair, which is, I think the insurance pays like $30,000 for, which is crazy amount, but I've had my fourth repair in 2 years because of the sidewalks and streets. So as much as I love that you're taking care of the sewers, please, we need the streets and sidewalks. And now at number 2, I see do not like accept the contract, but don't assess penalties or liquidated damages. So if there are any penalties and stuff like, I don't know why you're not getting that money in. We're in desperate need for every last bit, you know, all of it. And then I know I want to talk to 11. Again, here we go. They're going from 359 up to 613. That's almost double. And we've been talking about that a lot, especially with this budget, which is like, you know, they're basically defunding the city. There's going to be a lot of jobs lost. And so we really need to be careful and monitor how much we're giving. Because I see the other one, I forget what, I think it's the next one or right after. They're saying that, yeah, here we go, number 14, not to do the bid, but not to exceed 4 million. But it seems to me that a lot of these contractors feel that they can say, okay, well, just pay 4 million. That's how you get the lowest bid. But hint, hint, wink, wink. Just don't tell them you need more money because they're not going to say no. And they would be right to say that. I've never heard. I think I've heard one no. The only no votes I ever hear from. That's why he's sorry. He's my favorite. He'll say no. You know, and I'll say it right straight out. I think I've heard Commissioner Mitchell say no once, but I appreciate her too. But you guys got to start saying no. I mean, we're in a budget, and Mr. Corsi, I like to respect. Don't worry, you're not. It's no diss on the president, but we got to start saying no. You know, because if we can't just keep pushing everything as if we're in abundant of finances. We're not. We're what, $1 billion in a hole. Where's that money coming from? Right now, they're raising our sales taxes. You're raising stuff, you know, on us. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe that's the end of our in-person multiple agenda public comment. So we'll go to the virtual platform.
President Corson, there are no there are no virtual commenters who have identified that they wish to offer multiple agenda item commentary. However, I would just like to reiterate that there is also single agenda item commentary available should any member of the public wish to offer commentary. And you've not already done so, please raise your hand at this time. And I'm not seeing any hands raised, so that includes public commentary and multiple agenda item commentary and single item agenda commentary.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Knight. With that, we'll close the multiple agenda item public comment. We'll move on to item number, well, we won't move on to item number. We'll go on to the approval of minutes for Wednesday, April 9th. If there,
Okay. And then the rest of that isn't really important enough for me to stay on the Zoom. I think that was a very productive public comment. I think everyone did amazing. I kind of felt like I could have worded things a bit better, but I was sort of freestyling. So maybe I'm gonna, I don't know, I want to point out about how the permits, like that's my main thing. But I was kind of, I was listening to Laura talk about how she was gonna do bullet points for the next time that she's gonna do the police commission, and I was thinking maybe I should do bullet points. Like I don't really, most of the time I do just freestyle. But if you guys did not see the police commission, check that out. Check out Laura's comments. She was amazing. She was very strong. You're always going to perceive your own comments as being not good enough, but she was amazing. And it takes a lot of strength and courage to do what she did. And yes. So, ethics meeting is at, let me put this up there, 1 p.m. their time. And you can call into there. You can, it's different than Zoom. I think you have to actually call in with a number, and they'll say like the last 3 or last 4 of your number when you call in. So, you know, be aware of that. But at 1 p.m. and then I'm gonna just end this here, go oversee what audit's doing, and I'll catch y'all later.